Hi, Dr. Drake here. Hey, if your child struggles with constant tantrums and meltdowns, emotional outbursts, or big reactions that seem to come out of nowhere, then this video is for you. Because as a parent, it can feel exhausting. You may feel like you're walking on eggshells, trying to avoid the next trigger. You may feel like every transition turns into a battle. Getting dressed, leaving the house, turning off a tablet, or changing plans can suddenly turn into a huge emotional moment. And one of the most frustrating parts is that sometimes the reaction seems way bigger than the situation. Maybe it was the wrong color of cup, or their socks felt weird, or maybe the routine changed, or they were told no. And from the outside, it can look like defiance. It can look like they're being dramatic or difficult. But many times, behavior is not the root issue. Behavior is just communication. At Innate Family Chiropractic, we talk about this from a nervous system perspective. Your child's nervous system is what helps them adapt to life. It helps them process their environment, manage their emotions, sleep, and recover. So when that system is overwhelmed, the body has a much harder time responding calmly. Instead of being able to pause, think, process, and respond, the body just reacts. That is what we mean when we say a child may be stuck in stress mode or protection mode. See, in that state, the brain and the body are constantly scanning for threat. The sympathetic side of the nervous system, we describe as the gas pedal, becomes more dominant. That system is important. We need it for energy, alertness, movement, and protection, but we don't want a child living there all the time. The parasympathetic side, we describe as the brake pedal. It helps rest, digest, recovery, connection, and emotional regulation. When that calming system is harder for the body to access, a child may have a harder time settling down, sleeping well, or handling frustration, or moving through the transition smoothly. This is why some kids seem like they're always on edge. They're not choosing to have a hard time. Their nervous system may be having a hard time. And this stress can come from a lot of different places. We often talk about thoughts and traumas and toxins as big stressors. Thoughts can include emotional stress, pressure, family stress, school struggles, or feeling constantly overwhelmed. Traumas can include physical stress on the body. That may be early birth trauma, childhood falls, sports injuries, or tension patterns that build over time. Toxins can include things like poor sleep, processed foods, mold exposure, environmental allergens, or anything that adds extra load to the body. The key is that stress stacks. And when enough stress stacks up in the nervous system, the child's capacity shrinks. That means something small can push them over the edge because their body was already close to the edge before the moment even happened. This is where we want parents to shift the question. Instead of only asking, how do I stop this behavior? We also want you to ask, why is their nervous system having such a hard time adapting? That does not mean boundaries do not matter. They absolutely do. Kids still need structure, connection, consistency, sleep, movement, good nutrition, and emotional support. All of those things are important. However, if the nervous system is stuck in stress mode, those tools may not work as well because the body is not in a state where it can fully receive them. At Innate Family Chiropractic, this is why we use insight scans. We do not want to guess what's going on. We want to look deeper. The scans help us evaluate how well the nervous system is adapting, regulating, and communicating throughout the body. They help us see patterns of stress, tension, and imbalance that may be affecting how the brain and body are working together. Then we pair that information with your child's story. What was their birth experience like? What are they struggling with? How is their sleep and digestion? How are transitions? What have they been through and what does the daily life look like? All of those things matter. From there, we create a personalized care plan using gentle chiropractic adjustments to help reduce patterns of tension and subluxation. The goal is to support better communication between the brain and the body so that the body and the nervous system can begin shifting from stress to strength. And when that happens, many families start noticing those soft signs of change. Sleep starts improving, transitions get a little smoother, The meltdowns don't last as long. Their child recovers faster after getting upset. They seem more connected, more calm, or more able to handle the day. Every child is different, and healing takes time and consistency. But the goal is not to force a child into better behavior. The goal is to support the system that helps them regulate from the inside out. So if your child's meltdowns feel bigger than the moment, it's time to look deeper. Their behavior may be telling you that their nervous system needs support. If this sounds familiar in your home, send us a message and get your child's insight scan scheduled. We would love to help you understand what their nervous system may be trying to tell you. Give us a holler.